Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here, and we are going to do a live commentary for Rome Total War. I'm a spectator in this video, so this is not me playing. This is from the 31k tournament being hosted by Paglia. It's called the Bronze League tournament, and it was made for inexperienced players, and it's between DrBonezii and Kentai. I have never heard of them before, so I'm excited to see this battle. It's a 31,000 denarii rules, so max 6 cav, max 2 horse archers, max 3 berserkers, no elephants, no onagers, no catapults, no red line camping. So the rules and eligibility for this tournament were you have no multiplayer experience, or you haven't played multiplayer but for less than 6 months and have not been exposed to 31k rules. So look at this guy's name. Oh my gosh. So it's going to be an Egypt versus Seleucid battle here. Look at these chariots. Interesting. So let's go look at this guy's army first. I don't know if this is DrBonezii or Kentai, because with a name like this, I have no idea what that is. But this is quite the chariot force. They are chariot archers. So typically at 31k, you don't really bring horse archers. Or at least I wouldn't assume so. I don't really play 31k though. I just feel like horse archers, chariot archers lose their effectiveness. Like a lot of skirmish units lose their effectiveness the higher in money you go. But he does have some heavy chariots too. So it looks like one chariot archer over here. Looks like he has 2 chariot archers. Then he has 1, 2, 3. Looks like 4 heavy chariots. This is what the heavy chariots look like up close. They get the scythed wheels, and the match already started. Shoot, I was not ready for that. He's got a lot of Pharaoh's bowmen. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 7 Pharaoh's bowmen, and the rest are these Pharaoh's guards. His general fights with the Pharaoh's guards right here. Quite the upgrade. How many upgrades did he put on his chariots here? Quite a few. Let's go look at the Seleucid army here. This is Kentai. So Egypt is commanded by DrBonezii. So remember that when I refer to them again. So Kentai has 6 units of the cataphracts. And let's see their upgrades. Ooh, quite a lot of upgrades on those cataphracts here. And he has no archers whatsoever, so he's walking into a hail of storm. So it looks like a lot of silver shield pikes is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 12 silver shield pikes. So they will outnumber the Egyptian heavy infantry force. He's lost quite a number of troops though. Those Pharaoh's guard, or the Pharaoh's bowmen are very, very killer. Especially when there's this many of them. So this guy's going to throw his cataphracts at these chariots over here. And look how many Seleucid bodies there are already. And now they're going to drive right into the flanks of these Pharaoh's guards. And they're going to get flanked here by these Egyptian heavy chariots of DrBonezii. Trying to keep an overhead so I can see what's happening on the flanks here. Well, let's zoom in. There's quite a ruckus on this flank over here. I like the matchup though. It's a nice Diadachi battle. If you consider the Egyptians here to be Hellenistic, which historically they look not Hellenistic. There is quite a lot of flank action happening on this side. Not flanking, but a lot of the action's happening on this flank, I mean. Ooh, the Seleucid commander is involved in this fight with these Pharaoh's Guard spearmen. These Pharaoh's bowmen are trying to hold their own against these cataphracts, but they are getting assistance from these chariot archers. And the Seleucid phalanx is cracked over on their Seleucid left. Alright, so the chariot archers and the Pharaoh's bowmen were able to withstand this chariot, or the cataphract attack by the Seleucids. And a lot of Seleucid units are routing over here. This is pretty bad for the Seleucid player. He is losing a lot of units right now. And I finally see one Egyptian unit breaking. It is a heavy chariot unit. This battle isn't even halfway over yet. I am not sure how Seleucids are gonna stay in this fight for too much longer when they're losing all these units. Look at that! Look how many Seleucid units are running. They're running back to Syria. Oh, you know, I didn't see these guys. There are some Silver Shield Legionaries. I'm not sure why I didn't see them. Let's see if they still have Pila. Yes, they do. So the Pila is very killer. But is it enough to turn the tide? Now remember, there were a lot more Silver Shield infantry compared to the Egyptian infantry. So they take a lot of losses, but they have more coming though. Looks like the Seleucids. Or sorry, looks like the Egyptian player lost their commander. But yeah, here's the problem. Egypt still has all these archers, and they are Pharaoh's bowmen. They are very strong, and they're pretty decent in a melee fight as well. But remember how I said there's a lot more Seleucid infantry than Egypt? Looks like those numbers are starting to come into play. But they really do need to neutralize the Egyptian skirmishers back over here. I don't think one cataphract can take these guys out. But I think he's going to try, and they're getting poured upon by the Egyptian skirmishers here. And I don't think they were even going for them. They were looking to hammer and anvil these guys. All these dead bodies here, holy cow. Seleucid commander is still alive. I'm really surprised how many Seleucid units are still left on here. Because at the beginning, man, the Seleucid player lost so many units. The Seleucid player is Kentai. I kind of lost track of which player was which. But DrBonezii is commanding the Egyptians. And there's still a lot of life in this replay still. But now it looks like the Seleucids are in command here. But can they actually run down these Pharaoh's bowmen who seem to still be firing? Like, can Egypt skirmish the Seleucid player to death? Like, low money, yeah. Possibly. But there's a lot of Seleucid units to target here. That's the problem. But they are pretty diminished. Their cav force is spent. Egypt still has a cav force. So he could skirmish his units. Let's see if he can divide them up. Alright. Looks like Kentai has thrown his cav to this side. He's going to try to run down these Pharaoh's bowmen with very depleted cav force. Let's see if it's enough to knock him out. In this case, it might have been better just to stand their ground. Let's see what happens. Oh, I see a lot of blinking. Sorry, well, they've been blinking. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry about that. Alright, Egypt has routed the cataphracts over here. So the Seleucid player's down to two very heavily depleted cataphract units. So Egypt could theoretically win this by just skirmishing. He still has a infantry force. Sorry, an archery force. I don't know why I can't think right now. But yeah, I have not watched this battle. This is a live commentary for me. Let's see, is this enough to take out these Pharaoh's bowmen? There are some legionaries in support, and it looks like they are able to smack these guys. So there is some success to be had by both players here. I don't know, this is gonna turn into a low money skirmish fight here, it looks like. Well, it already has, actually. So these guys need to stop running at some point, because as they're running, they're highly vulnerable to missile fire. Okay, I'm gonna call it now. I think Egypt's gonna win this fight. Because even if they don't have many missiles left, I mean, they still have their bows drawn. But even if they don't have any missiles left, again, these Pharaoh's bowmen, they can't fight melee. And the fact is that Egypt has a huge cav force still. They're just chariot archers, but even chariot archers are pretty good at melee. See those big blades on their wheels? Alright, now Kentai sees an opportunity to take out some of these archers, because he knows how deadly they are, but this particular unit is out of missiles here. Let's see if the Egypt's chariots can save him. Oh!
General flees like a frightened child. Now
looks like Bonezii's commander is gonna rout.
will of his followers.
Let's see if the Seleucid commander will return. He still has quite a bit of map there to stop routing. Yeah, definitely want to pull these bowmen back. Even though they're out of missiles, you still want to preserve them for the final fight. And he is not pulling them back. Oh, that could be costly. But again, on the replay, it does say the battle's almost over. Okay, so he was able to pull them back. So yeah, if you look at the forces comparatively speaking, there are a lot of Seleucid units left. But Egypt's archers can be used as melee. They are very decent in melee. And this huge squadron of chariots here. But if he's gonna charge him, he needs to throw these chariots into it and all these bowmen. Like, this can't happen. You can't get caught by these sarissas of the Seleucids here. Oh, there is a melee fight brewing over here. So again, yeah, these bowmen, they can't hold their own. It even says they're beating these legionaries here. See that?
This is a day of victory. Your soldiers have driven off the enemy, and your triumph is complete.
But yeah, honestly, at the beginning, the outcome was never foreseeable. This could have went either way. Because at one point the Seleucids were winning. Even up until the end, it could have went either way. But yeah, towards the end, it did become kind of a low money fight, and it was kind of foreseeable in a few minutes towards the end. It was foreseeable that Egypt could have won this fight with the amount of archers that he had, still with ammo, and the huge presence of a cav force. But yeah, Egypt could have made mistakes. Seleucid still could have pulled that. But they still had a considerable amount of melee troops available to them. But that was a great fight. Nice Diadachi battle. Yeah, so this was from the quarterfinal. I'm not sure if I specified that, but this was from the quarterfinal of the Bronze League tournament, hosted by my buddy Paglia. And I'm very anxious to see more battles from this tournament. Hopefully I can cover it for you guys. But yeah, great battle to Bonezii and Kentai. I think we all enjoyed this fight very tremendously.